tweaking back there. I kind of like lost my sense of the house, and I also hear a lot of Katie.
Well, that's
No
good, isn't
Patty.
it?
No Patty. There might be Doug, but I'm not sure. He might be miming. All right, everybody. Well, let's do a couple of songs together, starting with you can stand up and sing along or lay on the floor if you feel more comfortable laying on the floor. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There is beauty down below. There's beauty up above. There is beauty in the past and in what is yet to come. There is beauty in the lows. There's beauty in the highs. There is beauty in the glow. And there's beauty in the night. There is beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. There is beauty, beauty, so best you be aware. There is beauty in my tears. There's beauty in my smile. There's beauty in my fears, even when it's in the sky. There is beauty in the truth. There's beauty in the lie. There is beauty in the low. And there's beauty in goodbye. There is beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. There is beauty, beauty, so best you be aware. There is beauty in the land. There's beauty in the sky. There is beauty all around. And there's beauty deep inside. There is beauty in the calm. There's beauty in the storm. There is beauty when we die. And there's beauty when we're born. There is beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. There is beauty, beauty, so best you be aware. There is beauty, beauty, beauty everywhere. There is beauty, beauty, and there's enough for us to share. There's enough for us to share. There's enough for us to share. All right. Well, Bob Warren is away today. He's doing, what's he doing? Volunteering for
Kinsman Children.
something
Charity event.
thing. Yeah, so we're minus our electric guitar, so we won't have any electric guitar solo at the beginning. But if you want, you can sing the James Bond theme notes at the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. And if you ask me who I am wisdom, I am light, I am more
Please do be seated. All right, all you thinkers and all of you bright lights, how wonderful to have you all sitting here today. And to those that are on the live stream, hello, and those that will watch this in what we call the future, welcome. We know that wherever we are on our spiritual journey, we are always welcome here at Unity of Calgary. And I'm delighted to be your Sunday Experience Guide today. My name is Alara Payton. And a special welcome to anyone who's new to us today. We're doing Christmas tree first. We're doing the Christmas tree first. Oh, okay. Sorry, a little miscue. We've changed things up a little bit today, those of you who are familiar with our gatherings. So today we're actually starting with the Christmas tree decorating because we love having the energy of everyone in the community who's attending to decorate the tree and not have a committee to decorate the tree. So I don't know who this quote is. I meant to ask you. Christmas is a season accounted for by the inclination of the human spirit toward joy and light and warmth. Okay, I thought it sounded like Myrtle or Charles Fillmore, the Unity founders, but whoever it is, that's a lovely quote. And to begin today's experience, let's add some joy and warmth to this place by decorating our tree together. If you haven't already got an ornament, put up your hand, and Deborah can bring you the bin so you can choose. And by the way, band and singers, we'd love to have your decorations up here too if you feel like coming on over. And we'll go from the back of the room. If you can come up the side toward the window and then head back in the center aisle here, that would be great. And so Anthony's going to provide some music for us as we decorate the tree. All right, so please come on up and decorate the tree.
Heaven
invite you to take a moment and gaze at the tree. Take a moment to honor what has brought you to this moment, especially this last year. And the hopes and dreams, desires, and knowings that you are calling forth for yourself as a light being, bringing your manifestation into the world. And then let's take that feeling into saying together our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And today, Claude Pellerin is going to read our daily word, and you can see information up.
Peace. Perfect peace dwells within me and all beings. As I prepare for the fuller experience of my divinity this Advent season, I turn my attention to cultivating peace of mind and heart. This inner preparation invites me to look beyond my circumstances and attune to the deeper harmony that underlies all creation. Whether I'm in a busy city or a calming natural setting, I trust that each day will dawn in perfect alignment with the heavenly bodies of the cosmos. Likewise, whether I feel anxious or calm, I trust heavenly peace is within me. Aware of my peaceful nature, I choose thoughts, words, and actions that honor my spiritual self. My presence restores calm in chaos and invites serenity to ease distress. My tranquil demeanor magnifies the peace of God. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times in all ways. The Lord be with you. Thank you.
All right, and so now we have Anthony singing Hymn for the Universal Lightworker.
Oh, do we?
You do. Have you got your little schedule
Things are
there?
trucking right along today.
I gave you a schedule.
I'm not looking at no schedule. All right. This is a hymn for every light worker around the world, for every one of you whose voice has not been heard. This is a hymn to give you faith to rise above all the things we wish mankind had not become. This is a hymn to remind you to love. This is a hymn for every child living everywhere around the world, for each of you whose voice will someday soon be heard. This is a hymn to give you faith to heal mankind, to bring a love so bright its light won't be denied. This is a hymn and a prayer for your lives. Oh, we are the light of the world. Through acts of love, our voices This is a hymn for every light worker around the world, for every one of you whose voice has not been heard. This is a hymn to give you faith to rise above all the things we wish mankind had not become. This is a hymn to remind you to love. This is a hymn to remind you to love. This is a hymn to remind you to love.
Thank you, Anthony. That's one of his beautiful compositions. And what a lovely introduction to our topic today, our speaker speaking on the significance of Advent. Tina Thrussell has been with Unity of Calgary for quite some years now, and she's on the spiritual leadership team. She was on the board of directors, and she's a cherished member of our spiritual community. And she's a radiant messenger of Shindao, the way of the heart, known for her beautiful energy, joyful spirit, and loving heart. And today we had a moment of cranky pantsness together, so, she's willing to embrace the part that might not seem so much in the light, and it was lovely to be able to share a moment with someone else who had a cranky pants showing up. And we quite enjoyed saying hello to one another. And she has spent more than 2 decades uplifting lives through transformative workshops, retreats. She's a Nia instructor, Nia movement, Galia movement, which I haven't heard yet, Galia movement journey, so I'm going to find out about that one day, and Shindao healing sessions. She's a gifted, intuitive, certified spiritual wellness practitioner with Sharon Karn, correct, if you know Sharon Karn's work, and does compassionate energy channeling and information, passes on information intuitively to people to expand their well-being, awaken their hearts, and elevate their quality of life. That all sounds pretty darn good to me. So I'm looking forward to finding out what she has to say about Advent, this season. How is it relevant today that we're even having Advent? So let's see what Tina Thrussell has to say about Advent.
Lights on, nobody's home. Oh, there we are. Good morning, and thank you, Alara, for that. I was going to bring that up, What is Advent? First of all, I want to say that I'm very honored and thankful that I get to speak about this topic. I'm first of all grateful to our president, Lou Caryata. She's the one who first started saying, we never make much of Advent. I think we should really take a deep dive into looking at what Advent is all about. And she launched the Advent Chats. And that got me thinking that, honestly, I don't really know much about Advent at all. I don't know what it is, what it means, what it's about, and why? Why do we even have this thing anymore? That sounds like something from ancient days gone by. And not only was I excited about that, so excited that I said, let me do a talk on the subject, because I don't know anything about it, and the best way to learn about something is to have to talk about it. So there began the deep dive into what is Advent. And as Bob said last week, Advent is those 4 weeks before Christmas, which a lot of people see as that time to decorate, bake, go shopping, wrap presents, get all ready for the big day, the big dinner. And yes, and for Christians, it's about waiting for the 25th of December, the birth of Christ, to celebrate. And for those that are a little less dedicated, it's all about the big dinner and the presents. But at Unity, it's more than all of that. I mean, yes, that's all part of it, and there's nothing wrong with any of those things. That's excitement and celebration of life and celebration of what can be. But it's more. There's a deeper translation of what even Christmas means in the Unity tradition. And that's what our metaphysical Christmas candle lighting ceremony is about. It's about taking a look at the metaphysical, the metaphorical representations of all those things, the manger, the wise man of Christ himself. And if you've never been part of our metaphysical candle lighting ceremony, I invite you to come. It is an absolutely beautiful ceremony. It's very touching. It brings tears to people's eyes because it's just so beautiful. And it offers you a glimpse into a deeper meaning of what Christ, Christmas, and all of this means in our life today. And so just as we at Unity see Christmas as more than a day to celebrate the birth of an external Christ, we also see Advent as more than a 4-week countdown to December 25th. It's a time of preparing yourself, your mind and your heart, for a deeper spiritual awareness and awakening. It's time for acknowledging, as our Unity founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, would tell us, that we don't have to become anything new. We don't have to become anything different. We simply have to unveil the truth of what is, and that is that the Christ consciousness is already here within each and every one of us. All well and good. But exactly what does that mean? We talk about the Christ consciousness pretty loosely at Unity. But for people who are coming into this movement for the first time, well, what do you mean by Christ consciousness? That's a good question. Let's start with consciousness. What is consciousness? It's awareness. Very simply, it's awareness. So Christ consciousness is awareness of that Christ-like energy that resides within each and every one of us. And what is that Christ-like energy? Well, it is that love and peace that we sang about. It is the wisdom. It is the acknowledgement of unity, of that oneness of existence. It's an acknowledgement that I am divine and you are divine and you are, and you are, and you are, and you are. That we are all created from that divine love light energy. It's everywhere in everything and in us. And Advent is the time to come into full recognition and acknowledgement of that. Myrtle Fillmore would say, every soul carries this inner light. And Charles might say, the Christ is the God self in you, the true spiritual idea of who you are. And who is the true spiritual idea of who you are? That's what Advent gives you the time to find out. It's a time that gifts us with time to really go within. Each of the 4 weeks of Advent has a different theme that can take us into a deeper examination, a deeper self-contemplation, if we will. I'll look at that Christ consciousness as the divine spark within every person, that ever-present, although sometimes hidden under cranky pants. It was so hidden this morning, when we were running around trying to get the tree set up and the extension cord wasn't big enough and we didn't have enough plugs and, now we can't see the Advent candles and rearrange. And we got farther and farther away from remembering that Christ consciousness. Oh, the peace, the love, the understanding that everything is as it's meant to be and it's all going to work out okay. The faith, the hope and faith that is this first week of Advent that we just celebrated, the trust that everything is going to be all right, just the way it is. But our ego gets in the way. Edging God out is how I heard somebody describe ego. So Advent gives us the time to step away a little bit from that ego and come back into this. What's neat about it is that the Fillmores would speak of this Christ consciousness as this divine spark, that ever-present life, love, wisdom, and wholeness, waiting to be recognized, affirmed, and lived. And there it is. There's our fifth principle in unity. I act. It's not enough to know these words, but we want to bring them into our life. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. But first, we're going to acknowledge Advent is this time to slow down, to breathe, listen, truly pay attention to the truth. So first we're going to do this through our meditation song, and then I'll guide us in a little experience. Face of God. Oh. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
You in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
I invite you now to gently soften your breath. You may even wish to close your eyes so that you can drop more deeply into that place of stillness. Let your shoulders lower down and your heart open. Let your mind settle and become quiet, even for a moment. And as you sit there aware of the breath that is life itself, I invite you to imagine a single lit candle before you. See this candle and the flame burning brightly. Flame burning brightly. This candle represents the light of the Christ consciousness within. There's no need to create this light. There's no need to earn this light. You simply notice it. It is there. See its flame, steady and warm. With your next inhale, imagine that light glowing in the center of your chest. A quiet, steady radiance. You may even feel called to place your hands there and feel that warmth. It's always there, always present, always available. Even when we have moments of forgetfulness, it is still there. We simply have to return to seeing that light. As you focus on that light, know that it is the light of the higher power. It is divine love itself. As you focus on that light, that love, feel it grow, filling your heart, your body, and your energy fields. Feel that love fill you so much that you want to share it with the world. As we do each week here at Unity, let us share that love on an intentional sound to carry the love vibration into the world on the sacred tone of hum. Together we'll take a deep inhale into our bellies and release the breath and love on the tone of hum. And again, breathe in. Together expanding that love. Again. That's it. Do you feel it growing, getting brighter? Again. Let's do one more. Feel that love vibration. See that flame of love. And as we move into this season of Advent, we become willing to prepare space within us for hope and faith, for peace, for love and joy, and for the radiant life that flows from the source of our being. Take one more slow breath in. Release it gently on an that's it. Just relaxing and letting go of everything and anything that isn't that love. Another breath in and another Feeling yourself grounded, open, and ready for whatever comes next. Amen. As you wiggle your fingers and toes and come back to being present in this room, remain present to the divine light within you. Advent is the time where we really get to focus on that awareness of that light and about unveiling the ways that we can live that Christ consciousness, not just become aware of it within us, but actually live it. And every week of Advent, as I mentioned earlier, offers a different theme that focuses your pondering, your inner search. Meditation, prayer, and affirmation offer time to contemplate ways to share your deepest gifts and the gifts of faith, hope, joy, peace, and love. As we shared last week, the first week of Advent is a focus on the theme of hope and faith, which is about cultivating an inner sense of optimism and possibility. With hope lighting our way and faith strengthening each step, we move forward with gratitude, confidence, and an open heart. You could easily share a gift of hope simply by offering someone words of encouragement or a prayer. Even smiling at someone can offer them hope in a glum time. So last week, we invited this flame of faith and hope in the hopes that it would remind you to carry that into the week. And now I have a concrete gift as a way. If you didn't get a chance to do that last week, you could still do it this week. Share the gift of hope and faith with someone. Give them the assurance that everything's going to work out, it's okay. That's faith. This week, the theme is peace, as was our daily word, peace. That's about finding our inner stillness. Is it about finding it? About remembering it. Okay. This week is about creating a peaceful mindset and letting go of any inner conflict so that we can really create a space for the divine present that grows inside of us. So right now, let's light the candle of peace on our Advent calendar. I take the candle of peace, and as I light it from the Christ candle, we could affirm together, there should be an affirmation there. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I am at peace, no matter where I am. And this is the affirmation we can carry into our week, reinforcing the idea of cultivating inner peace as this unshakable state, regardless of what's going on around us. And by doing so, we ripple peace into the world around us. I invite you to truly focus on the peace of the higher power, God, universe, Great Spirit, whatever name you use, and feel it within you. Feel it expand. This is a way of expressing divine light, simply feeling that peace, because that peace ripples out into the world and that makes an impact. So this is how we can carry the gift of peace into the world, by being that peace that we want to see in the world. Another lovely way might be to express a moment of quiet or a peaceful space for someone to reflect in. Help someone else find peace by giving them that, holding that space for them, basically, is what I'm saying. Next week, the theme will be love, the ultimate expression of divine presence. The third week will be about letting that unconditional love flow through you and out to others. And for that week, you might offer a gift of genuine compassion or forgiveness, something that helps someone feel truly loved and seen. The fourth week of Advent is about joy, the natural state of our soul. You'll be invited to tap into your inner joy rather than looking for it in external circumstances. The gift of joy could simply be sharing a smile, or maybe a little act of kindness, a shared moment of laughter to lift someone's spirit. So these are the 4 themes of Advent. I have more than that. It's only 11:15. Okay, so having examined these 4 Advent themes, let's look at the theme for this month, which is life. Here it is, the affirmation, I am filled with life, sweet life. Charles Fillmore identified life as one of the 12 spiritual powers that we express. The power of life is our vitality, our aliveness, our spiritual energy, our ability to energize and animate. I still think about Katie's talk, and she spoke about the power of life and how animated and energized and, zeal. It was the power of zeal, which brings us, that animates life, right? As we move through the Advent gifts of hope, faith, peace, love, and joy, we awaken and energize the power of life within us. And so now I'd invite us to embody the 4 themes and the power of life together with this set of call and response affirmations. So I'm going to say, the Christ light is alive in me, and invite you to share, the Christ light is alive in me. Hope and faith awaken in my heart. Faith awaken in my heart. Peace unfolds within me. Peace unfolds within me. Love expresses through me. Joy rises up from within. Joy rises up from within. And together we'll all say, I am filled with life, sweet life. Can I have 5 more minutes? Because lest we forget, we are human. And our humanness doesn't always act as Christ consciousness now, does it? Divine love may not always express through you. I know it sure as heck doesn't always express through me. Well, Katie thinks we should do this. I don't care. That was my reaction this morning. Whoa, that was not divine love expressing through me. Yeah. Lest we forget, Sometimes I beat myself up when I'm less than the perfect expression of the divine. Do you ever do that? You catch yourself and go, oh my gosh, how could I do that? Blah, blah. Let's not forget. It's simply part of being human. It is the human experience. We just have to keep remembering, oh yes, there is a Christ consciousness within this human experience, and come back to it. I don't always feel peace unfold within me. Do you? No. We may not always feel that joy rise up from within, especially when the world hands us some lemons. And we weren't looking for lemonade, darn it. We were looking for a peach. There are days that we might feel like life is hopeless or like we have no faith. How many of you here were here for Janice and Kara's talk? Yeah, Janice talked about the faith she had and the prayer and what a difference it made. When she was dying, she lost her faith for a moment, and she felt ashamed about losing that faith. But she heard God tell her, it doesn't matter how many times you lose faith. It remembers how many times you remember me. And just come back. Choose again. It doesn't matter how many times you lose faith. Just choose God again. That made a big impact to me. How comforting to know that how many times we might fail to act in accordance with that Christ consciousness, that light love. It's still there within us. We can rejoice in knowing that we are free to choose after any moment of falling to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and carry on in the spirit of loving action once again. To follow that fifth principle and act according to the laws and the principles of living a good life, which is simply to remember that God is everything and everywhere, and that I am created from that God energy. And I create my life with my thoughts, my words, my actions. And affirmative prayer helps to keep me on the path, and acting keeps it moving forward. Just because it's Advent doesn't mean we're going to be perfect in word, thought, and deed. But because it's Advent, it may bring us closer attention to our thoughts and our actions. And we may perhaps express lovingly a little more often as we're consciously aware. We can be reminded that Advent gives us the opportunity to focus on being the Christ consciousness and acting from that Christ consciousness. There is a slide that says, every time you act from a place of compassion, is there? Should be. Compassion, forgiveness, generosity, peace, and wise action, you are expressing Christ consciousness. Myrtle emphasized that love is the healing balm that awakens the Christ nature. When we act as if Christ is leading every step, you are trusting your own guidance, your spiritual intuition, and your divine order. You then can align yourself with that Christ consciousness. Have the faith that your true essence is divine love energy, and that you allow yourselves to shine, to give that gift to the world. Let's be grateful for this Advent season, this season of reminder and renewal of our inner world, our inner light. We give thanks for the themes of Advent that remind us that as we walk through the Advent season, we do so with open hearts and willing spirits. So one more time, let us affirm together, I am filled with life, sweet life. And so it is.
Just gonna make sure my mic is working. Good. I changed the batteries. Everybody ready? bless the sun, I bless the rain, I bless the joy, I bless the pain, I bless the friend, I bless the foe, I bless it all, because I know that everything is a blessing in my life. Oh yes, everything is a blessing, even when it's in the sky. I bless the love that draws me near. I bless the thought that's born from fear. I bless the word that hurts me so. I bless it all and I let it go. 'Cause everything is a blessing in my life. Oh yes, everything is a blessing, even when it's in the sky. 'Cause everything in life has a purpose in mind, and its purpose is to lead me home. Oh yes, all that comes my way is for my good and not against, and it's in my life to let me know that everything is a blessing in my life. Oh yes, everything is a blessing, even when it's in the sky. Even when it's in the sky. Even when it's in disguise.
And now we take all of those blessings in our daily lives, in this room, in the experiences today, and we enter a time of conscious giving. And together, using our time, our talents, and financial treasures, we create this space where we can come together, whether in person or online. And we thank each and every donation of time, talent, and treasure that allows us to continue on in this community and bring the words, the messages of the Unity Movement into the world. And you can place a donation in the heart bowls that are going to be passed around, or perhaps you just like to make e-transfers. You can go to our website. There's a donation button there, and they still accept checks this day and age as well. And if you are new and you want a tax receipt, you need to let the financial team know that you'd like a receipt, so please do fill out the information on the envelope. And so let's take all of those blessings and sing together. Give with an open heart.
I invite you to affirm together our abundance affirmation. Divine love has me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you all.
And yes, please do have a seat. Now let's take a quiet moment and bring into our awareness, a prayer moment, and bring into our awareness anything that we'd like to be held in the power of prayer, the power of remembering our true divine nature. A situation, a person, ourselves. And we also hold unity communities in our prayer time. And so I just need to flip my page here to find out who we're praying for this month. Unity Halton Peel in Mississauga, Ontario, and the Centers for Spiritual Living New Thought Ministries. So in this moment of power of prayer, let's hold them as well. And if you would like to submit a prayer request to the prayer team here and on to Silent Unity, I send the first names of any prayer requests. You can write what you like on the sheet, but I only send the first name because we know Spirit knows who that belongs to and what their prayer is. So there's a prayer box at the back there and sheets of paper. I'm happy to send that on to our prayer team and Silent Unity. All right. Well, now we've got our community song before we do our coming up next. So we're going to sing One Great Power. You're getting your exercise. You can stay sitting if you want, but if you want to stand up, go ahead.
Stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. One power we all can share.
So please do have a seat. And so I'm just going to give a quick summary of what's coming up. Today, there's in the room downstairs, what do we call it? Not the classroom anymore. The Unity Room downstairs. You know, if you're not sure where that is, just ask somebody. Lou, is leading that. That's going to start at 12:15, go to 1 p.m. So that gives people time to have refreshments up here before you head down. And the music team, we are part of the music team for the candlelighting service. We need to do some more rehearsing. So, you know, you can always, if you find are rehearsing a little more than yours want, just go out and have your conversations that matter with people who care out in lots of seating out there. So please, if you can stay and have those conversations and get to know each other a little more, we do welcome you for that. And then you can head downstairs. Now, do we still have Advent books to give out to people? If you don't have the Advent book and you'd like it, you can get a digital copy online. You can get a paper copy, but it takes a few weeks to come up from Unity, but you can get the digital one for right away. And next week, we have our metaphysical Christmas candlelighting service. There is no morning service. Starts at 7 p.m. The doors open at 6:30, and there's no morning service. The event starts at 7 p.m. and we have a sign-up sheet. We're still looking for a few people that would like to be candle lighters. So we light a candle for each one of the 12 powers. And phone goes off, it reinforces the message, I guess. So if there sign-up sheet over there will explain what powers of candles are still available. And who's doing the candle lighters? Are you or Bob? So Bob is going to be looking after the candle lighters and explaining to them what they're going to be doing that evening. And so if you would like to speak to him about that, if you would like to do it but you're not sure, then Bob's the man to speak to. And yeah, no. Yeah. All right. Okay, and sign-up sheets for setup and cleanup, and if you're interested in bringing food to contribute. Yeah, so we're going to be here at 10:30 setting up, so if you would like to be part of the setup team and create this wonderful, magical evening, we'd love to have your support. And then on December 21st, we are going to have a Christmas sing-along. We don't have a speaker. The people in the room are going to be singing songs led by the Unity Band. There are Christmas stories. We'd love to have you come and share the traditional Christmas music. For a candlelighting service, Anthony has used his songwriting brilliance, and he has created metaphysical lyrics to the songs that reflect the message of the Christ light within. All right, and on the 21st, we're having a turkey festive potluck. So look forward to sharing that with you. Is there a sign-up sheet for potluck? Okay. Okay. All right. So often people just bring whatever they want, but given this is a turkey potluck, you're going to have a sign-up sheet for people or not? No, there's no. Okay, so we don't have a sign-up sheet for potluck. All right. You've got to get the nods from the people who make these decisions. All right. Look at all these brilliant lights. Oh my gosh. That's what I love about standing up here. When you're up here, Tina, you get to see all these beautiful faces. So let's take the Christ light that we are. I'm going to create a circle. Well, it's kind of a U shape. And we're going to sing together, "Let There Be Peace." And let's send that out into the world as we take what we've experienced here and take our love light out into the world and shine, baby, shine. And isn't it wonderful to know, even if things need what do I call them, mulligans, do-overs? The peace never went anywhere. It was always there. And when Cranky Pants, Miss Cranky Pants, shows up in my life and your life, the peace never goes anywhere. We process, and then we return to the love that we be. Have a most wonderful week being you.